Welcome back again, guys. Week 2 of the Degenerates. It's here. It is final, and it's not doing well for me. I will say that. It is not doing well for me, Zach.
It's doing well, but again, for me at least, but not. We'll get into it, man. I'm frustrated.
Week 2 is in the books. We had some good matchups. Zach will go over what our review in the sleeper app shows us, top scorers and all that jazz. We'll break down next week's matchups for week 3. Maybe you'll even go over what the standings might look like right now. A lot to go on. There's been a lot of shit talk in the chat this morning.
A lot of shit talk. And I'm not going to lie. Usually I keep it, kind of stepped off, and I'm generally, in the background, and I just kind of throw jabs. I kicked off the shit talk this morning. I woke up and I felt, not woke up. I came off of work. I felt a little froggy this morning. So before we get into the shit talk, let's explain some of this week 2 breakdown that we got for you. The best team is bullshit because, of course, I had to play them this week. So first, let's go over your top 1, 2, and 3. Nick Lathoris, top team, 180.72 points on the board. Number 2, again, Mr. Consistent, me at 167.96. Some bullshit that I had to play the top scoring guy. And B Champs going from last to third.
From last to third?
Last to third with 165.66.
He was talking hella shit when the games are going on too. He was amped.
Yeah, he puts up one good week, and we know who Brian is now. When he's losing, he's all quiet in the background. Mr. Humble. Oh, good game, guys. I gotta do better. Let me, And now that he's winning, he's like, motherfuckers. See you, Brian. So again, best team is Nick. Both Hector and I's pick to win it all. And then the worst team is Baby Got Dak, who changed her name to Eek's Gonna Give It To You, since Dak is out for who knows how long. And she, as the little graphic tells me, put some shit in the toilet for a total of 87.9.
Yeah, she's hurting right now.
Injuries,
she's making some moves. Her lineup's not bad though.
No, it's not. It's just injuries, and then what? She had Mike Evans, right? We'll get into that.
Yeah, Mike Evans got suspended.
Yeah, man, it's tough for her right now. It's tough. Players of the week, obviously Lamar Jackson, even though he got beat by the Dolphins in a fluke game, puts out 42.62 points. Nick Chubb,
there was a lot of high scoring points this week.
Yeah, man. Nick Chubb put out 32.3 points. Fucking Stephon Diggs, my boy, almost got me close with 44.80. That's the highest of the week. Mark Andrews, 25.7. Evan McPherson, best kicker in the league, according to certain sources, is put up 13 points. And then the Bucs defense, 29 points. Holy hell. Then we've got bench warmers of the week. B Champs had Tua on the bench. Tua put up 40.86.
He had that 6 TDs, man. He had him on the fucking bench.
Look,
granted, I think he had a better quarterback starting, but
who? Who? I think he was outplayed by only Lamar. Jesus. James Robinson on the bench for Frank, 15.8. Drake London on the bench for Nick. God, thank you, for 24.6. Zach Ertz on the bench for Quentin A, 15.5. And then the best kicker of the week on the bench was Harrison Butker, who scored 0. So it appears all of the best kickers have been taken in our league when your best bench warming kicker
is a 0.
League awards. Most efficient manager was the Drunken Monkey, 115.40, and he put up 115.40.
He put up 100% of his points.
Amen. The least efficient.
And an L.
And an L. Doesn't matter if you're efficient. You got to win. Frank could have had 182.96 points. My man's put up 140 still, but 40 less than what he could have had. Highest points in a loss goes to this guy. 167.96. I could have scored 180 point. No, that's what I lost to. I lost to 180.72, and I scored 167.96. That was brutal. Lowest points win was between Marcus and Monkey. Marcus only won by 15 points flat, 130.40 to 115.40. The biggest blowout, Baby Got Dak, almost got doubled by Frank, who could have almost tripled her ass if he actually played it right.
Man, like I said, injuries for Dak.
I'm telling you, injuries really kicked her ass so far. Narrowest victory, Khaleesi gets his first of the year. He puts up a win over MJ Goat, but only by 11 points.
That was a good one.
Overachiever, this guy. My team was only supposed to put up 128.18, and we put up 167.96. Underachiever, again, man, injuries. Christy was supposed to put up 138.21, and unfortunately, she only put up 87.90.
Oof, rough.
Do we want to do the standings now, or do we want to do them later?
We can hit the standings. What does the standings look as of right now?
So after a big win over your boy, Nick with the Greendale Human Beings jumps 4 spots to the number 1 spot. Then we got brother Nate in the number 2 spot, jumping up 2 spots. We got the Rickiest of Ricks, Captain Cook himself, in the 3 spot, jumping up 3 spots. Your boy was in the number 2 spot. He dropped 2 down in number 4. Then we got the Monkey, number 5. Quentin A, number 6. Frank holding steady at number 7. B-Champ's jumping up 4 spots to 8.
Oh, that's the final projection.
No, this is where everyone's sitting right now.
Oh, is it?
Blacklisted jumped 2 spots to 9. Debo, Debo Don't Hurts Me, which is MJ the GOAT, dropped 2 slots down to 10th. I'm going to burrow you in the ground. Is getting burrowed in the ground down to 11.
I am.
And Eek's going to give it to you. Sorry, I bop to the song every time I read her name.
That's why she said X going to give it to you.
Exactly. Is dropped down to 12th, man. So that's how they stand right now.
It's early. There's a lot of shit talking. I get it. Me, Melissa, and Christy are in the bottom of the barrel, but that won't be for long.
That's
there
right.
Will be changes.
Your boy gonna keep it in the family. Don't you worry. You're just gonna give me that trophy at your own wedding.
Oh,
you don't even gotta send it to me. You just gotta give it to me at your wedding, boy.
I'll
wait till April. I'll wait.
Anyway. This is good. I mean, what does week 3 look like? What does week 3 look like?
All right, week 3. Let's see what we got here. We got matchups for week 3. Obviously, it's showing me first because that's what it does. It shows you your team first. So we got the Book of Mormoms versus MJ the GOAT. Debo Don't Hurts Me.
Ooh, we got a 1-1 versus 0-2.
We're saying, and we've split 50-50, boy. I got 128.68 as my projections, and she got 129.09 as her projections. She's supposed to beat me by barely a point. We split right down the middle. Now, I'm a little worried because I got Jay Herbs as my quarterback, and we questionable right now. We got some rib issues going on. A little bit worried.
I've heard little rumors he should be able to be ready and can play through it, but they are going to monitor him, and it's going to be a game time decision. That will affect you greatly. But then again, her lineup, you can look over and say there might be a player or two that can flop.
That's true. And I still got Michael Pittman out right now. Pittman could make a comeback this week. If he does, that's huge for me. I mean, I'm already sat on wide receivers. It's really my tight ends and running backs letting me down. But you never know. You never know. And maybe certain people have slid into my DMs about trades. I got Michael Pittman out on the trade block. We're not hitting the panic button. We're just kind of seeing what the world has to offer us.
You know what, Zach? I like where your team is going. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt in week 3 this week. I'm going to take Zach. Zach over Melissa. Melissa's going to keep her losing streak. She's going to go from the best team at 13-2 last year to already 0-3. Isn't that a shocker?
It is. It is. I'm not gonna lie. This will be a big win for me. I won one of the two losses that Melissa had was to this ungodly, awful household last year. So if I can hand her another L on a winning season, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna
Imagine that you go all time 0-2 against her while also giving her the all-time losses in her career right now, the Degenerates. It's already 0-3 when she went 13-2 in her first season.
The storylines, baby. The storylines keep coming. I'm obviously going to ride with me. My RB1 is Zach Moss, which is concerning, to say the least. So we'll see how that pans out. I'm going to try and I got some waiver moves that are going to be clicking.
I like your receivers, though. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Well, yeah, fuck it. I love my receivers too, except when Devontae Adams only gives me 9 fucking points. Anywho, I'm going to burrow you in the ground in the civil war of the Santana household.
Someone's sleeping on the couch.
Eek's going to give it to you. And this is another close one. We got 49% to 51%. Hector, you're scheduled at 118.82. Christy at 120.79. But she's got Connor, questionable. Judy, questionable. Schultz, questionable. And we've already gone over ad nauseum. Mike Evans suspended. Dak Prescott out. Got a lot of injuries right now.
And if you look at my lineup, the projection's low, but the players have been playing above their projection every week.
The only one that I'm worried about for you is Joe Burrow because he's going to get fucked up against the Jets.
Yes, but I need him to play well enough to give me enough points. I put Bateman back in because he's starting to show as a true number one receiver. I sat him out last week because I didn't think he was going to play well last week in the matchup, but it showed out that he still played well. I thought Xavier Howard was going to shut him down.
Right.
But it was a shootout, so I threw him back in the lineup. I still got Keenan Allen out as of right now, and as well as Mitchell, which is going to be for a few months. But
here's a floater that you have that I think will do better for whatever my advice is worth. You got Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah. And he plays a lot better with Garoppolo.
I think with Jimmy G, that might be worth taking a shot on. You do what you want. I'm not sure.
I thought the same thing. I still got time to make a decision. I still have Breece Hall sitting there. I don't know how he'll play against the Bengals defense.
Yeah, you've mentioned a couple of times how your RB1 might be touching the trade block. How you feeling about Derrick Henry?
Oh yeah, Derrick Henry is guys. If you guys do listen, he might be hitting the trade block soon. I might give him another week before I decide on putting him up for grabs because he's not impressing me this season. I need and at the same time I do need to make some acquisitions to bolster my lineup, and he is a very valuable piece that can be moved for multiple pieces. So
sure. I don't see. This is one of those moments where it's like, do you sell quick and early and get as much as you can, or if he puts up another dud of 5 points, 10 points, do you think you can get much out of him?
I know that's the risk. It's rough. Like I said, I'm thinking about putting him on the trade block just to try and get something worth something at this point. But then again, what if he turns around and he
50 bomb Lockett? You know what I'm saying?
Like, he ends up being King Henry again.
Yeah, it's the way I'm looking at it is I have Pittman on the trade block, but I'm just fishing. We're just seeing what's going to happen. Just if I get a great offer, I'll take it. Right now, got an interesting one in the bank. Got another person who's begging to trade with me. Begging to trade with me. But we'll see what happens. Next we've got fantasy football team.
Oh, by the way, I'm taking me in that matchup.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, I'm taking you.
I'm taking Dotson, beast.
Yeah, I've got you almost for no other reason than injuries because, I mean, Jerry Jeudy has just not shown up. Dalton Schultz hasn't been anybody.
I'll be sleeping on the couch with a smile.
With a W under your belt. We got fantasy football team versus Captain Cook and another 50-50 matchup. Oof. Frank is posted to win by 1 point, 131-53 to 130-63. Both of them have garbage fucking quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins versus Trevor Lawrence. Both of
But I
them
don't
have
know why
underwhelming
Marcus is
running backs.
riding with Trevor. I have no idea why he's riding with Trevor, but he gives him just amount of points, average amount of points for QB.
Yeah, no, you're right. Both of them, Jonathan Taylor's been a nobody. Dalvin Cook's been a nobody. James Robinson versus David Montgomery, who actually has been showed out last week.
Who's their receivers?
We've got on the side of Frank, we've got Tyreek Hill, DJ Moore, Mark Andrews as a tight end, and Juju Smith-Schuster, Jacoby Myers starting right now. On the flip side, we've got Christian Kirk, Brandon Cooks, Hayden Hurst, and Allen Robinson starting right now.
I'm sorry. I got to give it to Marcus. I'm gonna have to give it to Marcus for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. Marcus ends up making like a key decision right before game time, and it always ends up panning out. And he's gonna squeak out that win.
Marcus is another one who's been in my DMs since.
Oh yeah, he's a mastermind in the trade block. That man will always be up in people's DMs trying to figure out if you're willing to make a move.
He had an interesting one before me. He had something interesting on my plate. I took the night to think about it, and I declined him because I didn't want to hit the panic button. But he made an interesting offer. Let's see. Now we got Khaleesi versus Team B champs. 49-51. Khaleesi scheduled to win 123-52 to 121-62. Aaron Rodgers is playing Tampa Bay's defense for B champs, and Matt Stafford is playing Arizona's defense for Khaleesi. That's to start it. Khaleesi has Chubb and Kamara, but Kamara's ruled out for right now. Whereas B champs has Harris and Najee Harris and Aaron Jones starting as their running backs. Damn. Oh, and we got Ezekiel Elliott matching up directly against Tony Pollard.
And their receivers?
Receivers on the side of blacklisted, we've got Mike Williams, Adam Thielen, Dallas Goedert, and Greg Dortch. On the side of Greg Dortch, by the way, playing well in
seriously
absence. That was a good pickup by Khaleesi. So then on the flip side, we've got Deontay Johnson, Amari Cooper, Dawson Knox, and then Tyler Lockett. Fitty bomb. I hope that Tyler Lockett goes off for 50 points again in this game. That would just be poetic against Khaleesi. That would be fucking poetic.
Based off of the receivers, I'm taking Brian. Brian's going to go on a 2-0 winning streak.
I got Brian too because 50 bomb Lockett is going to make poetry out of this game.
I'm taking Brian.
Brian, if Tyler Lockett puts up more than 40 points, you have to request a trade with Khaleesi. You got to trade Khaleesi for his whole team for Tyler Lockett. You have to. It must happen. Rules. That's the rules. And then we got Nick Greendale Human Beings versus teams the Slink Dinkers with Quentin A. A little bit of an upset here. Quentin A scheduled to win 138-31 to 133-33. We got Lamar Jackson facing off for Nick Greendale Human Beings versus Josh Allen.
Oh.
We've got Javonte Williams versus Antonio Gibson, AJ Dillon versus Josh Jacobs, Cooper Kupp versus Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle versus CeeDee Lamb, Everett versus Pitts, Higgins versus Thomas, Brown versus Boyd. Oh my God, Lutz versus Tucker, Colts versus the Saints. This is a game, boys.
Who is it? It's Nate versus...
It's Nick versus Quentin A.
Nick versus Quentin A.
This is going to be a fireworks show.
I'm going... I can't. I got to ride with Nick.
You stole the words.
I got to ride with Nick.
I mean, he's the guy we picked to win it all. He just beat me in a high scoring affair. I think he's gonna put it to Quentin A. And then last and only halfway certainly least, we have Nazi Nate versus the widow making Death Jizz. Death Jizz right now is scheduled to win, but we all know we don't care about predictions as far as it comes to him. He's scheduled 140.88 to 129.82. We've got Baby Yoda versus Patrick Mahomes. So Nazi Nate is going to be the first team, and then the first list of starters, and then Monkeys is going to be the second. So we got Kyler Murray versus Patty Mahomes, Joe Mixon versus Leonard Fournette, Swift versus Wilson, McLaurin versus Jefferson, Elijah Moore, to clarify, versus Sutton, Waller versus Kelsey, Hunt versus Harris, Palmer versus Singletary, McManus versus Suckup, and we got the Buccaneers versus the Browns.
Just because the both brothers pulled out dominating wins this week, I'm riding with them both, and Monkey deserves some more shit talk. I'm taking Nate.
Interesting side notes, by the way. On Nate's bench, J.K. Dobbins is still out, but he might look to come back this week. And on Monkey's bench, Gabe Davis and Julio Jones are both out, but could be scheduled to come back this week.
I'm still taking Nate.
No, I hear you.
I'm still not changing my mind.
You could have told me he's got like the perfect squad, and I'm still taking Nate. I'm not gonna lie. I want to go against Monkey because it's Monkey, and it's just fun. But he does have a team.
He does, and it was a sneaky team.
But see, what's getting it for me is his two flex spots are running backs, and you already know how I feel about running backs. We got Harris and Singletary as his two flex spots versus Hunt and Palmer as Nate's.
I mean, it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think both of those squads, like, the players don't jump out to you.
Right.
But, like, they get shit ton of points.
Yeah. And again, Buccaneers defense. I mean,
Monkey does have Jefferson, though. Like, that guy, like, he's a key point in it. He does have Jefferson.
And Fournette and Wilson. It's a very running back heavy team that's been doing well enough. I'm taking Nate. Got to take the brothers. Got to downfall the Drunken Monkey.
Yeah, Drunken Monkey, you taking it now.
He loses his own league. He's going to lose this league. I like it.
I like his money. It's green.
Yeah.
It doesn't wiggle. It folds.
Right into my pockets, baby, because we all know. We all know who's winning it.
Yeah, I'm going to be the two-time champ, bro.
You gotta have a Jets-Brown style comeback at this point, my boy.
What? It's week 2. It's different if it was fucking week 9.
Writing you off, my boy.
You writing me off? Bet. I can't wait to play your ass. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Underdog with Sam Darnold again?
Yeah. I'll trade you George Kittle.
No.
You need a tight end, right?
I have learned my lesson this year. I'm already doing better than in any year previously. I've learned my lesson. And yeah, man, that's week 2. Looking into week 3 for the Degenerates, man. I'm fucking hyped. This has been a good year.
Yeah, I'm excited. Week 3 is gonna be fucking fun. Tune in next week, and we'll see where we're at. I think I should. I'm gonna start my winning streak, so my shit talking is gonna start. Well, it's already started. It already started, but
yeah, Hector could go 0-17 and still talk shit.
Justify every loss. Justify every loss.
It does not matter.
Nope.
My man is consistent. Highs, lows, doesn't matter. He is there throwing shit. I got to give him credit.
I could go 0-6, 17. I've been last place in the league, so I've seen the lowest of the lows.
Still talking shit the whole time.
Still talking shit. Because you know what? Next year I came out and I won the bitch.
Collusion. That's all. That's it.
So what's up?